I mean, I experienced, I mean, my PTSD dreams, and that's so crazy. I mean, I couldn't influence on the process because partly it's of course the process of the healing, and I mean, I couldn't somehow, I mean, fix that. I mean, of course, you know, any psychiatrist can do the healing for you, for your soul. I mean, they can do the session with you, but at the same time, no one can heal your dreams. I mean, so the problem, I mean, so my PTSD was fully healed, I mean, in the reality, but the problem, so my PTSD right now returning to me in the dreams. And that's, guys, crazy. So that's the reason why actually I'm always overslept these days. I mean, so it's really strange at the same time, because I got that period quite randomly. So I got that period like 2 or 3 times. I think, yes, 3 times. I got in autumn, I got in February, and right now, thank you, Rumba. And that is so strange because, you know, I could completely control my thoughts. I mean, during the day I can control everything, but I couldn't control my dreams, you know. And at the same time, I mean, there is no any psychiatrist who can work with your dreams. The person can help you, for example, with some healing. Thank you, Dmitry. Thank you for the roses. The person can help with the healing. The person can help you to feel better. But at the same time, there is no any specialist, I mean, who can work with your dreams. So that's also another one problem. I mean, so long time passed. I mean, so in America, there are quite good psychiatrists, and at the same time just people who do this wise, I mean, the psychological sessions, but there are no one who can heal, I mean, the dreams. I don't know. Thank you for the gifts, guys. So grateful. Psychologist could be more useful than psychiatrist. Could be. I mean, in Ukraine, I mean, so in general, the problem with the Ukraine, so usually a person can pretend that he or she is the psychologist without any diploma. So in Europe, you must do the practice only after full education. So minimum baccalaureate, okay, it can be also master degree, but at least the person must have some knowledges. Thank you for the ice cream. And it's super sad. There are quite lots of women and they believe in, okay, I can do the good advice to my friends. It means I'm the psychologist. And they do this wise. I mean, they making the sessions with the people. They do the sessions with the people. They give the advice. I mean, but you know, guys, the problem that they are not psychologists, so they never got any diploma, they never graduated as the psychologist, and I mean, in result, especially, I mean, during the wartime, I mean, the advices could be quite dramatical word, I think so. I mean, during the peaceful time, it could be so, but that's strange, I mean. So how the doctor can do practice without even the diploma? So in Ukraine, for some reason, the people believe psychologists are sometimes, you know, maybe they believe in psychologists are the same as, I don't know, like fortune tellers, fortune predictors. I mean, so in Ukraine, we have some special attitude to the psychologist. And of course, it make quite lots of problems. For example, you know, as I shared with you, so, I mean, 1 year ago, I got deeply PTSD syndrome. I mean, each time when I heard extremely noise, you know, I tried to hide under the table, I mean, under the car, you know, because of the missiles, you know, and of course, I saw the missiles very close to me. I mean, I saw how it touched, and after that, you know, I got this fear of the missiles, and all the time when I hear the noise, which somehow similar to the missile noise, I mean, from the Russian missiles, I mean, I'm trying to hide under the table. It's, you know, I couldn't control that process. I mean, finally I healed that. But, you know, visiting in Ukraine, I just tried to talk with like 5 psychologists. Of course, I paid them for the session. But the result, you know, I realized that they know nothing about PTSD. They're thinking PTSD, it means you just need to calm down. But you couldn't calm down if you have the attack. If you have the panic attack, you couldn't control yourself. So that's the issue, I mean. And that is super sad because, okay, so things got me, you know, I can ask for any European psychologist, you know, at least I know some English, you know, I can explain what I have. But in Ukraine, I have not found even one psychologist who know how to heal PTSD. Not pretend he or she knows how to heal it. Yeah, I also got the panic attack this week, by the way, so it's disgusting things. Yeah, but no one knows. I mean, but at the same time, there are lots of soldiers, there are lots of people, I mean, who experience living in the front line. I mean, so they got even more problems with the psychics than me, like 10, 20 times. And what the hell, what the advice that these people could give them? I mean, so if they barely know how to help me, but you know, guys, I'm not having so deep PTSD. Of course, I got it, but I'm not so deeply traumatized, of course, as the guys, as the soldiers from the front line. I'm not so deeply traumatized, I mean, as the guys, as the kids, I mean, who lived in the front line. I mean, so of course, my PTSD is more weak, I mean, than they have. Ні, не преподаю. Thank you. Не вчу англійської мови. Thank you for subscription. Thank you. Yeah. The panic attack. So that's why, like, of course, you know, I wish, I mean, maybe some Sancha can do for the Ukrainians. So PTSD have level. It's not a level, but you know, you could be deeply traumatized. You can be, I mean, you can be weak traumatized. You can deeply be traumatized. Of course, the level, I mean, of your panic attack and the level of your PTSD could be completely different. And of course, it differ from, I mean, how huge is your trauma. I mean, how deeply is your fear? How deeply you are traumatized. I mean, so. But I'm not a psychologist, you know, so I'm saying that as a patient. So, you know, my words is just as a patient. Thank you. Talking with the Ukrainian soldiers to praise him for everything he's doing, help. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for your support. I mean, all these guys need your support so much, and thank you for providing it to them. I have never met anyone with PTSD or panic attack before. You know, things got, it's quite rarely, but when that's happened, I mean, guys, you know, you feel like it's your death, you know, and you're behaving like it's your last seconds of the life. I mean, you have the tachycardia. I mean, so I got the panic attack, I mean, 2 days ago. So rarely I have it, quite rarely. I mean, so that was, I mean, the last my panic attack was, I think, so maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So that's quite rarely with me. I mean, I got it 2 times this week. I mean, I thought maybe it's just because of the weather. Maybe I really overstressed. So it could be sometimes because of the overstress. But I have the tachycardia. I have the problem with the breathing. I couldn't breathe normally. After that, you know,